Scott Dixon is a consumer and motoring disputes expert. He hosts the Facebook page The Complaints Resolver. And Scott, I had a little chat with him earlier on and asked if the problem is becoming more common.
Yeah, and new Citizens Advice Bureau research has come out today, Elliot, and it is a big problem. What they've said is 2.6 million people have been priced out of the car insurance market, and that's up 900,000 over the past 12 months. And it's estimated those adults who have not been driving for at least 1 year because they can't afford the cost of car insurance accounts for about 3% of adults.
Wow, it's a lot, isn't it? And I suppose the other risk with that is people will just drive uninsured then.
It is, and obviously, that is a risk, and that's a problem as well.
Well, illegal.
Illegal as well, as you say. And unfortunately, it's those that can least afford it that are hit hardest. And 25% of people on benefits have fallen behind on their car insurance payments in the past year. And third in that group have had to borrow and cut back on essentials, and it's horrendous. It really is.
Why is it so expensive at the moment, Scott? What's going on?
Well, what the insurance industry says, increased labour costs and shortages, parts delays, and broader price inflation to blame. And also, there's higher second-hand car values. I don't know if you've seen the price of second-hand cars now, post-COVID to pre-COVID, but they've rocketed. And also repair costs and pothole claims. Admiral say that the average repair bill for a pothole claim is £3,070 now.
So in a nutshell, the car that you are driving around is more valuable than it probably was before because it's holding its value, and getting it repaired is going to cost more money.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell, unfortunately. Unfortunately, on the repair bills. But yeah, the second-hand car values have held up, and it's likely to... the car, for example, that I have, it's 2008 Nissan Micra, and it hasn't dropped much at all in value in the time that I've had it, over 6 years.
That's not bad, is it? Good in that way, but not so good for the insurance.
Yeah.
So what's the answer? Is there any way around it? Shopping around, I suppose, is the obvious one. Does that still work?
It does, and I've got a stack of tips here, Elliot. And the main one is do not auto renew your policy.
Yeah, obviously.
So untick the auto renew box and make a diary note in advance, because what's considered as the sweet spot is 21 days before the policy expires. And that's the point where you're likely to get the lowest premium. And use various comparison sites when you're shopping around. And to give you an example, I used Top Cashback for my car insurance most recently.
Yeah.
And it tracks the purchase via an affiliate link. And I got £36 cashback, and it reduced my premium from £204 down to £168.
Hey, that's not bad, is it? That's a good tip. What about these boxes you can have? You can put those in your car, can't you? Now, black boxes, is that a good idea?
Yeah, you can. You can, and they are a good idea for younger drivers, and that is something that you can consider. And also fit a dash cam as well, because insurance companies will often offer discounts on car insurance to motorists who have dash cams fitted. But those that are struggling to pay their bills annually, what you can do is get a 0% credit card in advance, pay it annually, and set up a direct debit to split the payments monthly if you can't afford to pay in full. And that will save you up to 30%.
Yeah, because they'll charge you interest, won't they? If you have the monthly option from the insurance company, they charge interest on it, don't they?
Yeah, they can charge up to 30% extra because it's classed as a loan agreement. And it's something that's a big saving, if you can get a 0% credit card in advance and pay it annually, and just set up a direct debit to split the payments over 12 months. And another good tip is the Job Picker tool. I don't know if you've heard of this one, but Money Saving Expert, they have a Job Picker tool. And this is what I used because I'm a writer, self-employed. So if you put in writing and publishing, you've got to be plausible and accurate.
Yes.
But to give you an example, an author for myself was £197.
Yeah.
But a travel guide writer, which I'm not, but to put it into perspective, that's £143. Proofreaders, £174.
Oh, wow, all that difference.
Yeah, there's a whole range of differences.
But you're basically doing the same thing, aren't you? You're writing.
Yeah, yeah, and as long as it's plausible. So even down to barbers and hairdressers, there's big differences, and you're still cutting hair.
Yeah. So as long as you're not lying, and it is basically what you do, but it's just, you can pick the cheapest category in amongst the things that are like what you do.
Yeah, that's it. And
That's a great
the key
idea.
to it all is just planning ahead and doing your homework, and also ask for any admin fees to be cancelled, because it doesn't cost anybody £25 to push a button to set up a new policy.
So that's Scott talking to me a little bit earlier on. Thank you very much, Scott Dixon.